Hello. We are here for another review. This is by Rajiv. We did do a review of the horse a while back, and he went and added a character onto that. So Rajiv is working at Bar Monkey right now, and let me just play this first. This is a really good shot. I like the physicality, the mechanics. I think the horse is almost there. I do have some suggestions, mainly to of this quality, and also just some mechanics where we can make it much more appealing and catchy. So let's start with the big notes. Just by playing, because it's a cycle with a horse, I really like how the silhouette kind of changes between the back legs. So you don't have any silhouette and you have this silhouette, and it keeps on increasing. Because it's happening too fast, you actually observe that change, and you see that both legs are going at a different speed. You see the speed, the momentum. And I wish I could see the same thing with the front legs too. With the front legs, the spacing here feels a little bit even. It feels the same from here to this one, and it actually decreases, so you don't really see the big push there. So wondering if you could just push that a bit by changing the leg shape. So after this you have this, and the next you just push the leg back. And also right now, if you see, it looks like the entire leg is just pivoting from this joint. That will also help give more spacing and more pop to the leg. Since it's cycle, that will really add up. And that's pretty much with the horse, I would say. And the other one is the tail. I think I mentioned it the last time. Right now, the tail, the amount of swing, I like it. If you just observe the tail's animation, yes, I feel like it's getting that nice overlap and everything. But since it's a part of the horse, it doesn't move much. It doesn't have a life of its own. It's just moving because the horse is moving so fast. So it's just a drag, not overlap that's causing by itself. So I would try to move the entire tail. Just take the first joint and just move it down, so that the overall rotation happens in this area. I did observe the same thing in the reference as well. The horse is moving, this is just reacting to that, it doesn't overlap by itself. Even in this one too, it's just this part is there, and because this is moving up and down, this is reacting. Not like the tail itself is moving up and down. It's not actively moving the backbone muscle to move up and down. So more of a reaction rather than active motion. So second reaction. And the other one is with the horse head animation. So the head shake looks good because it's in place. But if you think about it, you actually have the horse moving forward. It's actually going at certain momentum and speed. For example, going here, right? So it would be somewhere over here. Going at that speed and that momentum and that force, I don't think it would make sense for the horse to keep its head down and shake and then go up. Because you're running, you have to be focused in what's going forward. So what I would suggest is you can still have that rotation, but don't have it facing down for too long. Have the head come up quickly. For example, here, you after landing, you kind of go back, you nod, and then you go front. So it's about length of 2 cycles, 61 to 81. I don't think it going at that speed. It would have what do you say, the focus to get down and not focus on the run basically. So other ways, the other way what you could do is, since you have the head there, it feels like you're using the head as a drag as the body comes down. But what if you could lead with the head? What if the head is the one that leads? And then you get like an S curve there. You have the head leading, and the head kind of goes up instead of going down. And then you can have the nod wide, it's looking in the front. See what's in the reference too. You see the head is focused. The head doesn't really drag until the legs are touching the ground. Looking down, focus there. Doesn't really have any drag. And the only drag might have caused because he's pushing the thread. The horse itself, the head itself wants to focus on the ground. So that's a suggestion. It might just change things, add a bit of lead with the head, moving away from the cliche drag. That, and I guess you can add some here later on. I'm guessing that's still in progress. That's with the horse. I feel like everything else is working. I really like the yeah, the other one is the leg over here. I feel like this is very twinned, both the legs. I checked the reference, it is there, but I feel like you can push that a little bit by maybe pushing this leg forward so that the silhouette actually increases here, and which would also allow this leg to maybe drag a little bit, pushing that silhouette, and then you kind of get back to whatever happening there. Yeah. And with the character, I believe there's some changes that you can do. First thing was this leg going forward was a bit distracting, because that doesn't really happen anywhere in the cycle. It's just over there. I would maybe like have it there because once you get it there, it's actually intersecting with the horse body. And the other one is, as in the cycle itself, if you observe here, the entire leg is moving as a unit, up and down, up and down. I would like to, maybe if you can add some drag there. It's moving as a unit, and basically right now you have the knee touching the horse's body while the leg is still in the air, delaying as it comes closer to the body, and once it touches the body, the knee is outward. So you kind of get a nice catching. Give me one. So that's basically that. That's one of the drag that you can give. And also when the character is bouncing up and down, I really like the whole thing. But I feel majority of the bounce is constrained with the translation with the chest that's going up and down. So I would love to see if you can accompany that with a little bit of a rotation. This is a polishing. So here try to get a C curve, a slight C curve, not too much that it's crouching. I really like the straight shape, but a very slight C curve where you would rotate the COG back a little bit, and the chest forward a little bit. You would still have this pose, but you would slightly get that bend in the spine, and here you would push that a little the other side, the reverse C curve, just so that it doesn't feel like the chest is squashing and stretching, but it's a natural motion of stretching, because it's kind of tough for the chest to just go up and down. You just do try to do the motion by yourself. You're basically trying to push the chest out and then push it in. So just that, so that it doesn't feel isolated with the translation. And that's that. And I think you can add one more layer where he has some animation from the other side to side as well, not repeating every cycle, but maybe every other cycle. Maybe for the first 2 cycles he's to the right side, and then in the next cycle he moves to the left side, and he stays there for maybe instead of 3 cycles or 1 cycle, and then kind of come back. Just some variation in the cycles. Using the side to side, it can be done on a layer on top of your normal cycle. That, and here I really like the idea, but you see from here from the top point. I like all the things that's happening here. I feel like you can add a little bit more drag, that its body is going up, the shoulders are being pushed down, not just the hands. The hands are being pushed down, even the shoulders will kind of come down. And then now the shoulders kind of come up as the body is going up. So everything works until here. But if you observe from here, from frame number 46 to frame number 52, both horse and the boy are coming at the same spacing towards the ground. So it's the same. And this also, it's just a bit appealing, unappealing, I guess, in terms of the spacing and everything. Both of them come down together at the same time, and then you go back to the cycle. So this might be the biggest change, but I'm open to like discussion, and this is just something that can make it funny. Imagine the COG and the chest as a unit like this, and what if, as you go, right now the COG is the one that's touching the body of the horse, and now as you go, the body kind of rotates and basically trying to do a dive or like a topple over, because you are being pushed by the hip, like how if you observe those bullfights, you get pushed by the hip and you just fall on the chest touching the horse or the animal. So what if you would do that, like, you know, as a body that would start rotating forward, and maybe you try to get a hold of the thing quickly, so that the body is right now in this way, but your body is the upper way where your head is closer to this head, but the COG is going farther and farther away from the body, and you have that hand attached, and I think having the legs back will give a clear silhouette with the hand up too. And then you try to grab the neck quickly rather than the body. So you would try to grab the neck with both the hands, and the head squashed around here, and your legs up. So that will give a nice offset where the COG is coming down but your body is going up, and then it will come like a really nice leaf, like a slide animation, where it's the COG that, sorry, the chest first comes, the reverse FK chain, you know, this from the head, and each part of the body just comes and attaches, where you have the hand attached to the thing there, and slowly all parts of the body come like a pendulum, but a reverse pendulum, just falling on top of the body like that. And then you kind of grab with your legs tightly. And the other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is this pose is fine, but this pose is not appealing. Don't break the fingers like that. Always pick a side, maybe the 3 fingers and the 1 finger is the one that most people follow, because yeah, something like this gives a better silhouette. And make sure that he's kind of grabbing that properly. I feel like the fingers are going into that. When you grab something, the outer part of the fingers actually rotate the other side, and you go hold it, grab it tightly. So that's the note that I would give. I did see your comment here. I do agree with the spacing of the hand. I feel like it can be slowed down a little bit. You're going with this idea. So even here, I feel like once you fix the hands positions and push off, where you feel the hands are being straightened and then the hands are going down, then you won't feel like it's too even, like everything's moving at the same time. So you hold it and you push off where your hands become straight, and then you leave it. Right now you see the hands are just bent like that. But I really like the whole idea. So if you do want to stick with this idea, I would definitely hold the character there for a while longer, have him still go up, and not bring him down at the same frame as the horse. So even now the character will be going up, and I would definitely try to polish out these shapes, have a really nice line of action. So right now we have this, right? So we have the leg. I would do something like this. Here we have the head, the hands. Now the hands are here. The C curve ideally. We get the tie up here. And the whole body. Make the pose more cleaner, I would say. Yeah. And also maybe a reaction over here would work, maybe like a pushing kind of a thing, rather than right now it just feels like it's going back like that without any reaction after the horse clearly threw him up in the air. Maybe like a funny gesture, like rubbing the horse's neck before going back to his idol. That'd be fun. So maybe things to just play around with. Overall, I really like that. Be good. Let me know if you have any doubts, and thanks for sending this.